This is my dog Nellie, but my favorite pet is my bearded dragon Amora. We even pretend to be Liz and Miss Frizzle together.
Do you have a pet at home? Or maybe you just have a special stuffed animal that you treat like a pet. If you do, next time you see me in the hallway, be sure to stop and say hi and tell me all about it. But for now, I just got this great new book, and it's all about an unusual pet who did something absolutely amazing with her owner. Let's check it out.
The Hen Who Sailed Around the World, a true story by Jerick Soudet. When I decided to set off from France on my around-the-world adventure, everyone told me I couldn't bring a hen. She'll just make trouble, they said. She'll hate the sea too much to lay eggs. And then I met Monique. She laid an egg her very first night on board. She loves the ocean, and so do I. Monique immediately begins following me everywhere. She is so curious about me, our ship, and our upcoming adventure, although she is not a very skilled navigator yet. My brave hen loves being outside on the ocean most of all. Every morning she sings to tell me she is awake, and then on the deck she catches flying fish in her beak. After much preparation in St. Bartholomew in the West Indies, we set off for Greenland, where we will try to be the youngest navigator and first chicken ever to cross the dangerous Northwest Passage over Canada. Just us and the ocean, and we are flying. Whether I am raising the sail or keeping a lookout, Monique is always trying to help out, although she is not, in fact, very helpful. We listen to a lot of music while working. Sometimes Monique doesn't like the song, and she turns her head fast at me to say, "Jerick, are you serious? Then I must change the song right away." Every time I catch a fish, Monique jumps on it to eat it first. If it were up to her, I would have nothing to eat but eggs. When I feed Monique, she is so happy she sings with all her heart. That is the best song of all. Monique has two houses, one inside and one out, but she doesn't spend any time in them. She is simply not happy unless she is helping me sail, and I will need her help for the challenges ahead. From here on out, the waters will be very dangerous. Huge waves crash around our little boat, but together we are not afraid. Then we see it, our first iceberg. Thrilled, we capture the moment with my special drone camera. Of course, while I'm taking our brave adventurers' photos. Monique poops on my shoulder. I am so upset with her, and she just sings. I didn't know if Monique would like paddleboarding, but this adventurous hen cannot stand to be left behind, and her board is even cooler than mine. Neither of us have ever seen ice like this before. Monique is not afraid of anything. Every morning, I have to cut the ice down to prevent it from sinking the boat. Monique is no help. Soon the ice freezes us in. We must wait out the ice, which is called overwintering. We will be frozen in for 4 months, and yet it is impossible to be afraid. The unknown is so beautiful. The boat is stuck. Monique will not be stopped. She loves to stretch her legs and explore. Since Monique will not stay on the boat, I sacrifice 2 of my gloves to make her a sweater to keep her warm on her adventures. What do you think I eat for these 4 months of ice? Eggs, of course! And for Monique, we have over 100 pounds of seed. I hide dried insects in her food for special treats. the most curious hen you've ever met. My first mate explores both outside and inside. There was no one else for miles, but it's not a problem. Monique is very talkative. Her company and her eggs both save me during this long winter. After 130 days, the ice begins to crack and split. We are free! Monique and I meet many amazing friends in the Arctic. We escort a deer on her swim to protect her from sea lions, and we respectfully greet a polar bear. Monique parades proudly for these husky puppies, the first chicken they have ever seen. Finally, one day, Monique and I look at each other, and we decide it is time for this brave crew to sail home. Of course, before we depart, we must patch up the boat. Monique helps by finding all the holes. Bosco the dog briefly joins the crew. He is a little troublemaker, and sometimes Monique pricks him with her beak to say, "Hey, calm down." We did it! We are the youngest navigator and first chicken ever to sail the Northwest Passage. We have sailed over 17,500 miles together in this wild, majestic landscape, silent, but for Monique singing, and we will always remember it. To be honest, it is hard to say goodbye to the adventure. Monique and I are so blissful on the ocean together. It is time to rest, but we know in our hearts that soon we will be back. Where will our next journey take us? The end. What an awesome book that was. Let's get logged into ZOGGLE and see what other ZOGGLE readers have to say about the hen who sailed around the world. Oh, wow, ZOGGLE readers. We have one ZOGGLE mail and one digital field trip. Let's start with that. Steve and his dogs. This is Steve. And these are just some of the dogs that he has had over his career in dogs. Every morning, Steve feeds his dogs breakfast. And then it's time for everyone to go outside and get some exercise and play. Snow can make for some fun play in the winter when you're a Labrador retriever. Bucky enjoys to catch snowballs with his mouth. But it's not all fun and no work for Steve's dogs. Steve's dogs work for an organization called Therapy Dogs International. Before they can go to work, everybody must get a bath, and Steve has his little friends, Josh and Jalisi, help him. Steve brings his dogs to nursing homes and hospitals so they can help keep people company. It takes a lot of hard work and training. Steve works with his local kennel club to help train his dogs in competition obedience and to be well behaved enough to work in the nursing homes. And if you thought that only grown-ups could do this, think again, because you and your family can reach out to your local kennel club or your county 4-H program and see if they have a dog club that you can join, and you can train your dog to work in a nursing home or do competition obedience as well. Bye-bye! That was so awesome! I've always watched the dog shows on television, but I didn't know that you could actually do that when you were little too. Did you? Wow. Hey, let's check out this ZOGGLE mail and see what our friends have to say. Dear Miss Tara, my favorite part of the book was getting to see the giant icebergs. And Monique, I love animals. Could we please read the mitten next? It has lots of animals. Thank you, Andrew.
Hey, Andrew. I was just getting ready to head out to the bus. I've got my hat. I'm missing one of my gloves. Oh no. Well, at least I have my hat and my scarf and my coat. And I think because I'm missing a glove, The Min is probably a really good book for us to read next time. Have fun, everybody. Bye-bye.